All right, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Eli. I was on the team with Jovahny and with George this weekend, and we created an app called Kronos, which helps people that either have difficulty focusing or maybe have ADHD or just generally find it hard to stick to plans to be able to schedule their day and learn from what kind of events that they make and what events they are late to, and make some patterns going forwards that will help them succeed. So the way that this works is the application has a dashboard where all of the events for a particular day are displayed. The events are displayed, as you can see, from midnight to 12 p.m. And they're lined up so that events stack on top of each other as a normal calendar would. These events can change color depending on what kind of event they are. So if I update this so it's a task instead of an assignment or an event, then it becomes green. The other thing that I can do is I can set actual start time and actual end time, which is something you would do ideally at the end of the day. Let's say that this actually started at 12:45 instead because I was late to it. Well, see, now it's red. So that indicates that this event is something that I was late to. It helps you visually see things that worked, things that didn't. You can, of course, update any other things in here. So if we just want to update this to just like a regular test event, we can do that. We can also delete it. And so these events are synced to the specific day. So if I move to another day, I have different events here. If I move back, I can see that event that I just had. The other important feature that we have beyond simply being able to add new events is you can, oops, I've gone way too far back. So the other thing that you can do is you can edit events. We can change this to be a much smaller title. We can save that again. So now event has a different title. So and then another thing that we can do is we can sync it to a Google Calendar. So the Google Calendar will update any events that it's previously synced to the synced version, and it will also bring down any events that we didn't previously have. So that's a way to synchronize calendars so that your cloud calendar and your local calendar are always together. If we wanted to create an event here just to show you how responsive the dashboard is, we could create a test to the description. This will be a task, and let's start it at 7:30 p.m. and let's end it at 9:15 p.m. We don't have to fill in the start time and end time. We leave it optional so that you can fill that in later if you want. So it displays correctly. Because it starts early, it places it as a higher priority. We can update this event here to start instead at maybe 7:45. We'll wedge itself right in the middle here. So the events update every time that you change something or you sync it. It will reset from there. And we can shift the hour range. Anytime that you update an event, it stores it in local storage. So that will be persistent. If you go to a different day or if you close the application, everything is saved automatically. And the other thing, another big feature that we are including is a daily review of the events throughout the day. So we have lots of different metrics that you could use to evaluate whether your strategy for today worked or if it didn't. So total number of minutes allocated to engagements means how many minutes worth of events did you have? Total minutes on events items, which are blue, and task items, which are green. Minutes not in engagements, we have an algorithm that runs through and calculates how much time you do not have an event concurrently running. So out of 1,440 minutes in the day today, I had 1,000 free minutes. Obviously, that would be much smaller with an actual schedule. And we have a couple of other percentages that are calculated. These numbers get a lot larger when there's more events on the line, but we've also included that information as part of a graph for the number of minutes spent on different things, so you can see it visually. And that's it for Kronos. So this is written with Python using tkinter, and we're using JSON to store some of the information down behind. And then the other important thing that we're using is the Google Calendar API. So we've authenticated with Google Calendar so that any user who uses this for the first time can pick their Google account, and then it grabs information about their primary calendar and pulls it down and creates it into events. So that's pretty much all I want to talk about. Thank you, and have a good rest of your day.